Welcome back to another Team Solemn Circus live video. Today on the left side here, we have Sean playing Marincess. On the right side here, we have Brian playing Spright. Post-banless Spright is not as intimidating as it used to be, but I know Marincess is cracked. I know personally Sean's on the Brave Marincess, which is kind of crazy because, you can set up the Toad and then the Brave, negate as well. And then, there's a bunch of interactions with, when a water monster is banished. I think it's the Link 4 gets 600 attack, so it just happens a lot, and there's a lot of extending. Even being able to summon out the token and summoning out the temple and making it a water, using it for a link material for a water is crazy. You have Cyber's, the one that reborns. I forget the name. Cyber's Mage or Splash Mage, I think his name is. Yeah, that card's crazy. Not to mention the fact that Cyber's Mining is a card. Sign Up Mining is a card, my bad, is just absolutely crazy. Just discarding Temple to search for any, that's just nuts. Anyways, don't forget to like, comment, subscribe. It helps with the channel a lot. If you guys want to see any more content down below, let me know in the comment section what you guys are looking for. And yeah, it helps the channel a lot. We are on the road to 2K. We're going to have some big giveaway at then. But yeah, let's dive in. So you're going to see these Marincess players start off. Sean start off strong with a Rite of Amorous here, placing a Fateful Adventure and summoning out a token collector. Unfortunately, that cannot be used as a token. And we see a Flying M-Pen token from yours truly. What's up over here? Best token in the game. And then we're going to see a Silent Mining pitching a Gamma. It's crazy how a lot of the Cyber decks are playing main deck Gamma. I know we see a lot of the whatever it's called. I forgot the names, the Math Mechs, and now with this, we're going to see Ash Range 1 and 2, and then we're going to be able to draw 2 off the TTT, though. And then we're going to be seeing a normal summon of, I believe it's a Spring Girl. TTT draw 2 is crazy as well. And then we're going to see the Fateful Adventure activate, searching for the Draco back, and then we're going to see Fateful again, search for most likely the Wandering Griffin here, then discarding the Draco back. Draco back's going to equip it to itself. We're going to chain the Griffin, summoning itself out. I'm not playing around those Mech Knight zones. Then I see Spring Girl link away into the Link 1, or one of the Link 1s. Then we're going to see Chain Link 1, Chain Link 2. And Brian is a Marincess player himself, so he knows what's going on here. We're going to see Sleepy Maiden hit the Graveyard, and then we're going to be searching for the Dive. Another crazy card, which they actually bumped down the 2, which is when you have a deck that's extremely powerful, has extremely powerful cards, and you're bumping them down to 2, that tells you there's a lot of good cards in the deck. I see the Dive summon back out the Spring Girl, linking those both away for a Coral and Enemy. This card is absolutely bonkers as well. I remember when this card was worth a lot of money. I see it Reborn, link away for Blue Slug. Blue Slug is going to add back the Sleepy Maiden here. And we see a Gamma in hand as well. I wonder why they started off with the right rather than starting off with the Silent Mining. Be able to play it around that and hit them with the Gamma, but we're going to see them doing the Link Climb with Triangle, going into the Argonaut, I believe. Going to banish some and put one onto the field, which you're going to see the Coral Enemy, and I believe that's an Ash Blossom in hand, Ash Gamma in hand. We do have the Griffin Negate as well. I definitely feel like you just negate that. We're going to see Swap Frog being normal summoned here, no effect. Making sure that normal monster is on the field here. He has starter, so he could have kind of baited that. Then we're going to see a blue effect being summoned out and activating the effect. It's going to hit with an Ash Blossom. Interesting call there. I feel like you'd want to Ash the starter personally, but I guess kind of baiting that he does not have the starter when you're activating the effect of no effect of Swap Frog there. I don't think they can actually beat this board here. Spright can't really play through 2 monster negates, but then again, Brandon can't really play through an Ash Blossom, so Ash Blossom goes kind of hard this format, I think. we're going to see a link to, most likely for a Sprint. And we're going to choose activate the effect here. To activate the effect, we're going to chain the Griffin Rider to negate the Sprint, unfortunately. Sometimes it's worth them sending the Angler than negating the Angler, but completely understandable. You want to make sure that in this case, when you negate that monster, you're getting rid of that monster on the field as well. We also see a Magnemite in the hand. We're going to see a starter being activated. We're going to chain the Argonaut, and then we're going to be able to chain the Magnemite here. Summoning out the Coral enemy here, and then Magnemite effect's going to activate during the end phase. To be able to search for a dragon, but I don't think that's going to do very much here. Unless we had like, oh wait, if we could search for 2 dragons, you could search for Baldrake, but yeah, do not think anything's gonna happen here with this board. We're gonna see them search during the end phase for the Baldrake, which is definitely an interruption. I mean, if they had the Jerusalem in hand as well, it would be very, very good. But unfortunately, they do not. We see an Ash Blossom though, so I guess they have Ash Bestial. It's not horrible, but the Bestial won't really interact with your opponent's cards, especially because you have 2 fires and a water engrave, and I don't think Marincess even plays any darks. But they do have the Gamma engrave, I guess. Kind of realistic. We're going to see if they're going for the Sea Angel. You can hang the Spring Girl, so you can sign up mining. Then we're going to be able to search for the Marincess Battle Oceans. This card is, it's like, I don't know. It's coming on a Solemn Great Field spell, but just good. Like, it's usable. Here, the Spright player is still not giving up. We're going to see the Fateful Adventure effect being activated here. And they're just letting it go through. Searching for the Griffin Rider and discarding the Gamma, which you do not discard until after the fact, but that's alright. We're going to see the Spring Girl link away for the Blue Slug, then it's going to add itself back. And we're going to link away both of those there for the Coral Rock, I believe that card's name is. Marble Rock, I think it is actually. And then we're going to see Battle Ocean effect equipping and then making things gain some attack there. Pretty BS effect. Make sure they're leaving one of the spell trap cards zone open, which is very good. We're going to see Dive summon out Fiscalis. Then we're going to be able to summon out the Spring Girl and overlaying for what I believe is going to be, yeah. Here we're going to summon out Totally Awesome here. This board is pretty awesome itself. And then we're going to be able to summon out the Griffin if we choose to. I don't think we're waterlocked, are we? Yeah, they could just set the... They could have full board here in a minute if they really wanted to. With 2 cards in hand and one of them being known is... Yeah, I don't really know what they're trying to... I would scoop. Going into the Bubble Reef. This one is... I know this one. This one's funny. Then we're going to see it actually placing the Marble Rock in the Spell and Trap card zone. Okay. Being able to summon back a banished Marincess monster, going for the Argonaut, and one more zone. Fill it. Dragobat's going to be able to bounce here, and they're just going to scoop it up there. Unfortunately, they weren't able to not fill that last zone. That would have been very epic if they could have. They definitely had the Griffin, so during the next turn, if they did not OTK there, they could just summon Griffin out, and they would have the entire zone filled up with all cards that do stuff. Just kind of crazy. And Fateful Adventure is cracked as well. Protecting like all the Marincess stuff from battle twice because they're equipped is kind of nutty. Like, people don't realize that. Same with Plunder. Like they'll attack into it, and then they're like, oh, whoops. And especially with like the Battle Ocean giving them boosts in attack, also very good. Moving on to game 2 here, we're going to see that I would believe that the Spright player is going to go first. Spright's such an interesting deck right now. Like, it's a crazy engine. Level 2 itself, like, you can search Smashers. Angler, Swap Frog is a really, really good card. The Bujin Link is good. Like, they're all good cards, but they're, like, very fair cards now, which is, like, interesting. Like, even Gigantic is fair. When you look at, like, stuff, like, how it was before, Elf was definitely kind of very unfair card, having so much resource advantage as well as like recursion. A lot of decks right now are just a little bit more unfair. Like we see that Marincess is able to play a little bit more now. I personally like that deck. Sean loves that deck. I think he's really a good pilot for the deck. And the deck can do well. We did see him winning a regionals with it last year. Hopefully, we have a regionals coming up. Actually, we had a regionals coming up. I'm recording this on the 22nd right now, and our regionals is actually is on the 25th. So maybe you guys will see, or maybe you guys did see Sean's deck profile there, and if it is, I'll link it in the video. Probably around the 10-minute mark if I remember. But hopefully he does win. I guess it's kind of weird. I'm talking in the past about the future, and you guys are watching it in the future, and I'm talking in the past, which is kind of weird. But we went to game 2 here. We're gonna see that Spright mostly going to go first, and they can set up the double toad if they do play the trap card here. But Marincess also can play like every other Cyber deck. They can play so many just hand trap cards. So we're going to see the Angler Prosperity here, banishing for cost. You see a Gamma in the hand there, Gamma Imperm, very rough. We see Unicorn. I think you could get rid of Phoenix here as well. Yeah, you definitely gotta get rid of Phoenix. And probably Cat Shark, Phoenix. You need the Bujin Link. You're playing two Nibs, two Zeuses now, so you can get rid of one of those. We're gonna see it resolve. We're gonna see Swap Frog, Beaver, Anti-Spell, Ash, Anti-Spell. Talk about Anti-Spell. Screw that card. Like, I'm playing Brandon at this format, and Anti-Spell is just stupid. So we're gonna see them adding the Swap Frog here. And we're going to see Swap Frog, Chainlink 1, Angler, Chainlink 2 here. And, yeah. It's going to go through. We're going to see 2 Beavers being summoned out, as well as Swap Frog being sent to Graveyard. That's a pretty crazy combo there. Very nice combo, to be honest. But the problem is what do they do now? Like, Sprint Send is not going to be as good. Send back a Beaver. Swap Effect to bounce is not even that good. You can make the Bujin Link. We're going to go for the Gigantic, it looks like. And that should be in defense position. They're going to activate the effect. That's going to 100% be met with it. Okay. With the Imperm there. Fair enough. Trying to play around TTT as well as, stuff like that. And here they don't even have an extender, so they can't even make the Bujin Link. But the Bujin Link just loses to pretty much anything. Any like form of interaction. Like, I guess it doesn't lose to Ash, but loses to Imperm, Gamma. Just all sorts of stuff like that. We're going to see a set 2 and Swap Frog effect's going to attempt to bounce back to the hand and pass on this. Interesting combo we see here. This is the problem with Spright right now, is there's not enough to really like make it go nuts. And that Gamma is going to be dead in their hand, but we do see a Temple. So you draw for turn, which I believe is an Ash Blossom. They're going to start off here with a Fateful Adventure activation. And we're going to be placing the Rite of Aramis here. So it looks like we're playing a full Faithful, or full Brave. This is my life. Chaining the... Okay, Cosmic on the Faithful is very good. See Token Summon out again. And not punished by the 2 Faithful. Okay. That's pretty non-standard, so I completely understand. But yeah, pretty rough. We're going to see the weird that didn't summon out Temple there in attack. And then we're going to see a pass turn there, destroying that token, destroying the Gigantic. That double Ash. That's rough. Setting an Ash passing. No. And I don't think that's a TTT there. So yeah, we're having all these reactive cards. But that was my problem with Plunder. Like, what do you do here? You're definitely something with Faithful. Just chipping down some life points. Activating Faithful is weird here because you can't activate Rite of Aramis this turn. Like summoning it out is attacking slowly with the stuff. I think it's just a little bit better. And then you just activate it in Graveyard to banish. But it is what it is. We trying to thin our deck, I guess, to have a better top deck. We're gonna see that the token's gonna attack into that face down Ash Blossom once again. And looks like we see Swap Frog. And was that a Beaver or Ash? It was a red. Okay. Normal summon Swap Frog. And then no effect. Summon with the red from the hand here. And we're gonna link both of those away for for a sprint, I would presume. But sprint still only sends Angler, and then just passing on this? What the heck? Oh, did it get hit with an Ash? Did I not catch that? I don't really know. We see another Temple. Okay, just never punished here. Somebody got Temple here. And yeah, we're going to see Temple attack into the sprint and then attack for 2,000 here. If sprint is not big enough, maybe I just miscommunicated and they attack. I see a set 1 from the Spright player, and this is just bad. I don't even know what's going on here. Like, this is some weird gameplay. And I think that they just drew a wave. And you see a set and a pass as well. What is this gameplay? This is just a Brave token beatdown. And they're seeing Prosperity and say, yeah, we got nothing here. And then we see Smashers and Anti-Spell and just a whole lot of bricks. Interesting how, both decks play so much stuff. We do see a Handshake, very, very good in the Porcelain-like players. But unfortunately, that's how the game goes sometimes. You just see all those going second cards when you're playing, like 12 of them or even more. And it just happens to not be like that. Hope you guys enjoyed the video. Don't forget to like, comment, subscribe, and we'll see you in the next one. Peace.